Welcome to clickmyproject.com. Let us see the project title. The title of the project is Multi-Factor Authentication, Privacy Preserving in Security System. Let us see the abstract of the project. Abstract. As a part of the security within the distributed systems, various services and resources need to protection from the unauthorized users. When we are going to upload a file or download a file from the distributed systems, we can use the authentication for the remote control. So remote authentication is the most commonly used method to determine the identity of a remote client. To investigate these problems, the proposed system introduces the 4 types of authentications. The much more improved authentication will lead to the more security of the system. Here the 4 types of authentications are namely password authentication, color identification, pin code, and generating keys for the encryption. Here the username and password authentication is a regular authentication, that is, the username is always an unique one and the password should be a strong password which cannot be broken by the hackers. And then the color identification. Here the color can be chosen by any colors provided by the system. The user should choose the same color which has been entered during the registration phase. And the pin code. Here the pin code also automatically generated by the system. Here the system gives the pin code to the user and the user should maintain the pin code. When he wants to upload or download a file, he should provide this pin code for the downloading process. And again the final process is the generating key for encryption. Here the encryption is also provided. The encryption maintains a security and secret system. We are going to upload a file in the remote system. If the remote system is compromised in a security manner, so we can lose our whole data. To avoid this problem, we have to encrypt this file using this key. So this key is the password for that file. So when we use this key after the encryption process, the file may be in an unreadable format. So when we provide the same key during the decryption process, then only we can able to read that file. So this is the low cost process but also protects the client privacy in the distributed systems. In this project we have involved purely based on the simulation results. Let us see the flow of the project. In the multi-factor authentication process, there are 3 processes. One is new user registration, and second one is the user uploading process, and third one is the user downloading process. If the user should be registered one, then only he can upload or download a file. For that, initially the user should be registered with the system and then only he can upload or download the file with the server. Here the multi-factor authentication represents the multiple authentication system. So here the 4 type of authentication is provided. At first, the first authentication is the username password. That is the regular authentication purpose. Username should be a unique one, so only we can identify unique users and we can check whether he is an authorized user or not. Then the pin code check. Here the pin code is a 4-digit number, so this numerical number should be memorized by the user. Whenever the user wants to upload or download a file, he should be enter the pin number correctly, which has been already entered during the registration form. And then next the color initialization process. Here the color should be decided by the user. So this color should be once registered with the system, the user should enter during the downloading process this color. Then encryption or decryption process. Here the encryption process is done using the encryption key of the user. Here the encryption key also provided by the system. So this key should be provided for the decryption process also. When we provide the wrong encryption key, it will not decrypt the file which has been downloaded, so user cannot view the file. Here the file has been encrypted for the security purpose only, because if the server is compromised in the security, we can lose the file in the server. So only we have encrypted the file, then we have uploaded it in the server. Let us see the demo of the project. At first, the new user registration and the login to upload. Here the new user registration is given to register the new users, and login to upload is given to upload the files. Login to upload is for the users those who are already registered one. The users may upload extra files on the server, so only here login to upload option is given. Then we should click now new user registration. Here the user details should be filled. Here the validation for the mobile number is shown. The mobile number should be in the 10 digits. If the mobile number is greater than the 10 digit or less than the 10 digit, it will show the error message near the error icon. So we should provide 10 digit mobile number. Here we should fill the username. The username should be unique. Then only the users can be uniquely identified during the authentication phase. Here the name in the user details can be anything. So the many of the users can with the same name, so only to uniquely identify we have provided the username. If the username is already taken, you can see the username already taken message, so we should take another username. So we should provide a password. Then when we click register, it has been successfully registered. Then we should click the next button. Here we should select a file to upload in the server, so we should click browse button. We can select any text file. Here we should click open. Here the text file content is displayed and file details is displayed here. The selected text file name is SQL template and its file type is text, and the file size of the text file is 1.7 KB. When we click this button, it will show the encryption key. So this encryption key is used to perform the encryption. The server, here the encryption is performed for the security purpose. So here the encryption key is provided. Later the content of the left side is encrypted with this key only. So the encrypted content only uploaded to the server. So then we should click the next button. Here when we click the get pin number, the pin number has been shown. Then we should click the any one color. Here the color and pin number has been shown for the authentication purpose. When the user want to download the file, the user should give the username and password, then encryption key, and finally user pin number and the color selection. When we click the view authentication details, the encrypted content is shown here. The encrypted content has been uploaded to the server, and the username, password, that is user credential, has been shown here. Encryption key, pin number, color details also shown here. Then we should click upload. The file has been uploaded to the server. So the next process is the downloading process. For the downloading process, the user authentication has been provided. Here for the downloading purpose, we should run the authentication project. First authentication is the username authentication. So we should provide correct username and the password. When we provide correct username and password, it should show the login successful message. When we click OK, it will redirect to the next authentication. So here the PIN number authentication. For the PIN number authentication, we should enter the correct PIN number which we have been already given. During the registration phase, so the PIN number should be entered by the user. Here the PIN number is 7544. To check the verification, we should click the verify the login successful message. We can get the login successful message if and only if the PIN number is correct. Then when we click the OK button, it will move for the further authentication. Here color authentication, we should give the correct color code which have been already given. When we click authenticate, it will show the login message, and in the left side available files to download. Here the server shows the files which have been already the user uploaded, so we can download these files only when we click the file name and then click download. So here the file has been downloaded from the server. Here the file downloaded one is the encrypted format. So during the uploading phase we have uploaded the server for the encrypted ciphertext only. So the encrypted ciphertext is the security purpose only. We should download this and we should give the corresponding encryption key, then only we can decrypt the content. When we decrypt the content we can show the original message. Here the decryption key is provided, then we should click the decrypt message. So here the decrypted content is shown. Thank you.